Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge number 6. This is the 6th one of these challenges, obviously. So what happens is each week I draw 2 prompts out of my little paper bag. All the prompts are in the bag from the beginning of the challenge. And then the idea is to make one piece of ephemera for for each piece of each prompt is what I'm trying to say. But you can do like a collage if you would prefer, or some other type of artwork. It doesn't matter to me. It's just that's how this all started, is to build up ephemera for journals. And I don't care about what base you use, none of that. The only rule, if you want to call it a rule, is to use the prompt, but you can interpret the prompts however you would like. So it's a 25-week challenge, and then at the end of 25 weeks, by making 2 pieces of ephemera each week, you'll have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera, unless you use them up, which is often what happens over, a 25-week period. I will use up quite a few of my pieces. So anyway, last week I drew collage, was number 5. So I made more than one piece because I did one whole collage masterboard. So by doing that, I got all kinds of tags and journaling cards to use in journals. And what'll happen is these may not be done, although they could be. They're fine the way they are. But when I figure out what journal they're going to go into, I can decorate them with a piece from whatever kit or papers that I'm using. So that was collage. And then number 6 was postage stamp. So I made a large postage stamp, like one big, huge postage stamp. I mean, I did use a postage stamp on it as well. This idea I got from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and I don't remember exactly when she did these, but it was a few years ago, I do know. So anyway, that's not my idea. It's Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah is where I got that. So we are on 7 and 8. So number 7 will be brown bag. So just whatever you want to do with some brown bag. You can tear off a little piece, use it in collage. You can make the whole whatever you make out of a brown bag. So that's totally up to you. What did I say? 7? What you end up doing, you don't have to use the whole bag. You can just tear a piece off and use it in whatever, or you can use the whole bag. Okay, number 8. I just like to be really clear because people do get confused, which is understandable. I mean, so number 8 is flashcard. So it can be an old flashcard. You can go to the dollar store and get a flashcard, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be any particular flashcard. Just use a flashcard. It can even be these little tiny, you could do like a envelope or whatever and use one of these little tiny flashcards from Tim Holtz, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. You can make your own flashcard, like I did not too long ago, and I don't have any of those left right now, but I'll have to do that again. I have a kit in my Etsy shop that has like laser cut numbers and then the plus and minus signs, and I made my own flashcards just using manila file folder or whatever. So if you don't have them, they can easily be made. You could even take a piece of manila file folder and draw your numbers on using a Sharpie and your little minus and all that. So yeah, you can make your own flashcard or use a flashcard. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, hello, I am back. So the first one we're going to start with is brown bag. So I have a piece of a brown bag. I'm just going to make a piece of ephemera using the brown paper bag instead of using like a whole bag or whatever, but you can do it however you like. Oh, real quick, I want to show you guys my new Easter digital. This was a request by a subscriber, so thank you. It's called Watercolor Easter, and it's oriented for a ledger style journal. So the long, skinny journal is how this one is oriented. So there's the first page, and there's the next. So yeah, just a fun pastel watercolor, the paper in the background is probably really hard to see, but it kind of has that texture like watercolor paper, even though it's just printed on, you know, copy paper. I mean, this is a little bit nicer copy paper, but that's what it's printed on. But they're all oriented that way, so hopefully, you know, you get the idea there. This one you might be able to see the texture of the watercolor background a little bit better. Just one little bunny there, and the rest is just watercolor, so you can write on it. Got some floral and more floral. Some stripes. Some Easter eggs. More floral. More eggs. This one's kind of fun because if you wanted, you could cut those out, but if you don't want to cut them out, you can just use it like that. And then some more eggs and background that could be written on. This could definitely easily be written on. Same with this. And then we have tags. Lots of tags in different sizes and more tags. And we have some pockets. So these essentially you're going to just glue around the edge. If you haven't seen these before, glue around the edge, and then you can tuck stuff in behind. This one you could take an X-Acto and cut there and put a tag in there, and then also behind. This is a journaling card. It says pockets, but and then there's just pieces like this with the bunny and the chick and a couple more pockets and some eggs to cut out and use. However, more pockets and decorative pieces, some journaling cards, and one number 10 window envelope cover. So you cut these out to cover your number 10 window envelopes. If you do not have number 10 window envelopes, you can still cut these out and just make like you could make your own little pockets with these, and then just put like maybe acetate or transparency paper or something like that that you can sort of see through to give yourself your own little tag there. So that is Easter watercolor. I believe it's 25 pages, I think. Sorry, I should have looked at that, but I forgot. So that is that. All right, so let's work on this, and we're going to use an envelope too. This is just the bottom part of an envelope that got used for something else, so we're going to use that as well. What I'm going to do is try to get this to be at least this width kind of thing, and we need to clean that up a little bit because it's kind of messy along this edge because I just cut it, you know. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are well. Oh, there's my bone folder. I'm doing good. It's all snowy. My neighbor is plowing, you know, got a machine that he's plowing snow with. So sorry if that gets loud. I think he's about done, but I don't know. It is very nice though, because he goes around and does the sidewalks, which my husband already did ours, but it's just nice to have sidewalks not be snowy. And I'm kind of making it wide. Like my fold is about 4 1/4 roughly. So, but you can make it any width that you want. I want to make it just a tiny bit bigger than the pocket. And I might. Seems like it's not straight, and I'm not sure why. I'm going to go to 4. See, it moved. And it always moves. I don't know with cutters what the answer is, because when I had the other kind, it seemed like it was always just tearing the edge, and these never cut it straight. So I don't know what's better. I think I'm just going to tear it. Yeah, I don't know. Cutters are not my friend for some reason. And I don't want to cut too much off of here because I want this to fit, and it just barely fits. Maybe we can just even this up a little bit. I'm going to attempt a Carol Laws Wish Me Luck, because I probably won't be near as good at it as she is. Yeah, it's really, really, really crooked. Yeah, she's so good with the blade, and I just have never learned to do that. But I would like to, because it seems much more efficient than those cutters. Those cutters are, like I said, ridiculous. Hopefully that will be better. And maybe since we're at it, we'll just do the bottom too. I'm basically just going for, you know, it's not as tall as the page, and it doesn't matter what size. You can make it any size that floats your boat. It makes no difference. I just moved it a tiny bit, but that seems pretty okay. I still don't think I got that edge straight, but it's good. Okay, so that at least is better than it was. So now we can put our envelope down here, and that still is really, what is the deal? What is the dealio? I don't want to cut any more off of that. But it is off. Just by almost nothing. Okay, hopefully that'll do it. And our envelope, will it fit? I think it will. Barely. I'm gonna just take it just a skosh this way. We're gonna cover a lot of it, so I'm not that worried if there's extra fold marks. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use my new FAY kit, because next week on Wednesday, or actually we're in the week, on Wednesday, we're going to start the FAY journal and using these papers with the fairies and all that. So I'm actually using that one on the other piece. So we're going to cover this with some of that and see where we get. Do a little music paper too, because I like it. Do a little collaging. So yeah, how are you guys? I hope you're good. Sorry, that was a real brain bender for me. We're doing good. Just for us, it's Valentine's Day. We're gonna go have dinner at the restaurant where my daughter works, so that'll be fun to see her. I won't get to see my son, but as long as we don't end up in a blizzard again. Yesterday was so bad, my daughter had to call out of work because it was awful and dangerous. And she drives quite a ways to get to work, which normally isn't that big of a deal, but yesterday was not the day for it. So she ended up calling in, but they understood. It was yuck out. And to top it off, right when she would have been driving to work, there was like a 64 car pileup. So it's really good that she did call in, because if she wasn't involved in the accident, she would have been stuck sitting there, you know, on the freeway. So I was very happy that she didn't go. And then to top it off, yesterday our neighbor was getting a package from UPS, and I looked out the window, saw the UPS truck, and saw the driver get out and start heading up the driveway. And I had turned around to grab something, turned back around. He was on his hands and knees out in front of their house, and the lady that lives there had come out. And I told my husband, you might want to go over there because I don't think she'll be able to help him up. You know, if he can get up or whatever, because he was just staying on his hands and knees. And so my husband went over there. My husband was a nurse before he retired, but he looked at the guy's ankle. It was his ankle that got hurt, and my husband said it's either fractured or dislocated because it was an obvious deformation of the ankle. Oh my gosh, felt so bad for the guy. It was just so icy, and the snow just kept blowing. You know how it does when it gets blizzardy like that, and it just kept blowing over. You know, even if you shoveled stuff, it would just blow back over, and it's so cold that it just freezes. And so they had a big patch of ice right there by their, kind of near their front door, and poor guy, oh, I knew he went down hard because he literally was crawling and couldn't get up. So, but I didn't see the actual fall. I was surprised it was his ankle because I saw the snow on the back of him, and I thought he probably hurt a hip or something like that. I mean, it's good it wasn't a hip, but I just was a little surprised it was his ankle. So yeah, it was an eventful day yesterday with all the weather, as often happens with weather. I'm gonna have to trim that again. You guys, I'm blowing this. I don't know why sometimes it's so easy and other times it's like you'd think you were building the Taj Mahal or something. I don't know. A lot of it's user error with this thing. But anywho, off they took him, and when another guy came and drove his truck, the UPS truck, so he got driven off to the emergency room, not in an ambulance. They came and got, like, UPS, whoever he works for, came and got him. But I felt bad. And then I told my husband we need to get out there and get the de-icer down, because I don't want, we get a lot of deliveries because, you know, I get deliveries and all that for my shop and whatever, boxes and jazz. So it's like, I don't want one of those guys falling on our driveway because it's icy. I'm just going to take a little bit of this off. And I'll probably leave some of this brown here. I just didn't like that because it had the print from the bag on it. So if I put this one here and I put this here, it covers up all that down there. But I do like the mushrooms. I guess I can take that off and use it somewhere else, like on the envelope itself. That'll work. And then we'll just have two kind of pockets. I tore that. Do I want this? I don't know if I even want that now, but I can use it somewhere else. I don't need all of it. I like it because somebody wrote on it. I think that's fun. Maybe I'll just do something like that. Okay. And then we'll put a piece of this on here. I'll actually put it over where that mark is, and we'll just tear this. And we'll leave that so you can see it. And I feel like I need just a little bit more. So I didn't tell you that we're all going to be doing this next journal, so that will be super duper fun. It's going to be Carol and Nancy and Linda and Mitzi all making a journal of whatever kind. If you guys have watched before when we do those collaborations, it's you do whatever you want to do. So whoever's making the journal, you just make it how you want. You just use this kit, and then you can use any other kit with it. I don't put any stipulations because, well, one, they're my friends. I'm not going to tell them what to do. And two, you know, that ruins creativity when somebody's like, you can only use this and you have to do that, or it does for me anyway. So I really try to keep it super do what you want to do kind of thing. Just please use this kit, that's all. But they're awesome, and they play along with me, which is super kind, and I appreciate it very much. Okay, I think this side I'm just going to kind of do that, and then this end I'll chair more straight. But they do humor me, yes. They're lovely. Yeah, I really struggle when there's too many rules put on. That's why I don't do, I used to do like commissioned journals, but it just got too, like, I don't know, it just really zapped my creativity. So I try really hard not to ever do any of that to anybody else, because I know how it is. And it's not like anybody was trying to mess me up or anything. They just wanted certain things. And sometimes that works, and other times it just does not. And I don't know why, but it's a thing. So, got to do what works. Always very thankful that anybody wants my journals. I'm blessed, and I'm so thankful for that. I just struggle with the commissioned ones. I think you feel like you lose some of the creative license or whatever. And then I'm going to ink this. I kind of want to rough up this edge a little bit, I think. And then we should probably do like a little thumb notch. Brown paper bag is just such a fun, I mean, you can do so many things with that. And I just found this envelope in my stash of junk. So that was a good thing. Oh, that probably matters, huh? Where this is at. Oh, okay, this will be above that. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then I should probably put one in the envelope. I don't even mind the security part back there. It's not bad. Some of them are a little bit much, but that one's not bad at all. I could also do this as a pocket behind, but I need to glue that down better. Luckily it's going against how you'd have a tag, so it shouldn't catch the tag, but let's not tempt fate, shall we? Okay, I'll ink that a little more. It was just coffee dyed. I like how dark that is right there, but I think I'm going to go ahead and cover it. It's fine. So we'll just glue around the edge of this. And that way it'll be another pocket back behind it. So that will be lovely. Yeah, I think this will be another fun journal to make. Well, it's always fun when my friends are playing along. It just makes it a lot more fun. I just like to see what they do, because we all tend to do something different. Sometimes very different, sometimes not so different. Yeah, it's just interesting, but always entertaining. I know, it's already collage paper, and then I go and tear it all up. But it's just kind of the way it is. Had to put on my old wool sweater this morning because I was freezing. It was just so cold. I love this sweater, but I've had it since I think I was in high school. It's just a great warm sweater. Oh, yeah, I did not think of that, did I? No, I did not. Do I want to tear it off, or do I want to punch a hole? Again, I think I'll punch the hole again. I did not think that one through. Happens. It happens. Now it's going to be closed. After all that, right? Yep. I know. I had it. Now I got to do it again. Which this is going to be very tricky. Not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. All right. So now we're going to glue these down just, so this will be like a nice big pocket right here. I'm going to put quite a bit though, because I want to make sure it stays. And I'll probably stitch it, so that'll be a good thing to make sure it stays. It's a little bit warped, so let's make sure we get it straight, flat, that's the word. Okay, so then in that, I think I'm going to put some of the tags from the kit. And this one. That one will fit in there. Man, that is, how did I get so close in design there? And that one's a little big. I cut everything out because I was like, it's always a feat, right? Could put one of the fairies in there. Those are, there's a lot of stuff in this kit. I had fun playing and making things. This one could go in here. I could also make one, but for now, just so you get the idea, I'll go ahead and put that one in there. And that, and then I don't want to put too tall of a tag because I kind of want to see those mushrooms up there. But that is what we'll do for brown paper bag today. Do I want a mushroom on here maybe? or even one of these would be kind of cool. I like that. Is that one too tall? Kind of, yeah. Kind of like this on there. So I think I'll just go with that. I know I'm covering up even more of the coffee dye, but such is the way of life. I could put it on that side, but then I covered that up, so. Go something like that, and then yeah. And this is just one of the Tim Holtz stamps on really old book page that is just disintegrating. It's, you know, the edge that oftentimes we tear off. That is what that is. Okay, I like it. It is good for paperback. All right. Oh, I think I forgot to say hugs and blessing. Didn't I? I don't know. I'm going to say it again. If I already said it, I apologize. Hugs and blessings to Diana, Annette, Mary, and Kay Patty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your kind comments. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'm going to do for Flashcard. I'm going to make my own flashcard. So this is actually a time card, and it's going to need to be trimmed just a little bit. I'm going to go top and bottom. I think I might turn it into a belly band. So I want to make sure that it hits that kind of 8.5 mark. Now I could just cut 8.5 off, but, or cut it to 8.5, but I want to keep as much of the writing as possible. I don't know why, because a lot of it will get covered anyway, but it seems like the thing to do. So yeah, this is fun if you don't have flashcards, because I know we don't always have all the things. You can definitely make your own, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so first, before I put my numbers and stuff on, I want to put a little bit more fun paper on there, and I think I'm going to use this piece. I really kind of want that yellow flower, so I'm just going to tear it. I can always print them again, and I'll use other pieces here and there, so it'll be fine. But I want to tear it because I do want to see some of this stuff. I just don't want all of it in particular. I just want to even this up. Should have thought of that. Yep, that'll do it. Okay. I'm not tearing the top and the bottom because I kind of want it to reach all the way top and bottom. You know, that is something I normally do. Oops. Darn. It's a little long, but that's okay. I'll trim it. I've really gooped that all up. Always got to do it at least once every video. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then we're just going to put our numbers on top of that. That's the other awesome part about doing it this way, because as you know, a lot of times when you use a real flashcard, you end up covering up the numbers when you decorate it. So this is the fun part about it. And then I want my little fairy girl to stand on the line. Actually, I may not even need the plus sign. Put a little more space. They have a little more space between them. Oops. My fingers are sticky. Yeah, I want to put her on the line. So I'm going to move this up. If it covers part, you know, part of it, that's just the way it is. But yeah, it'll be something like that. And then we'll put the 9 down here. Come down just a tiny bit with that line. And I cut these in my on my Glowforge, which is a laser cutting machine. But they're available in my Etsy shop if you're interested. Or like I said, you could easily just write out the numbers, or if you have a stencil for numbers or whatever. Just have fun with it. There's no big fancy rules. I'll put the plus sign even though you may not see it entirely. Is my one crooked? I think it is. So one thing about the PVA glue that's a little bit better than the art glitter glue, you can move it for a second. It does have a little more flexibility. That's the only gripe I have about art glitter glue, is it's just too fast sometimes. Otherwise I do like it, but I just put PVA in here. It costs a lot less and it comes out just fine. So I'm good with that. Sometimes the price of glue is like, what? It's glue. I mean, come on now. Price of everything, honestly, but she's cute. Cutie cutie. And if you don't have a flashcard at all, like you're like, I just don't, just use a manila file folder and cut something, you know, taller than wide and pretend it's a flashcard. Because, like I said, I'm not gonna come hunt people down. And then I thought the mushroom might be fun. Which side do I want it on? Maybe I want it over here, and I'll trim off a little bit of that. Right there and right here. I feel like I'd have to trim off a lot more over there. Not that I have to see the 9 entirely, but like I said, I think I'll turn that into a belly band in the journal. So it's kind of flat right now, but I like it there. Right there. What on earth? Just grabbing this, and it had one of those sander things with it, and it wanted to hang on to my hand. I just want to ink this more, but don't want the circles that the round thing put on there. You can see all the little glue spots. Darn glue. Okay, then I'm also gonna take this, which is just water, and I'm gonna cover her. I don't want to get water on her, especially like her face, because then she'll get water spots on her face. I'm just gonna try to mostly spritz that side. Let that set for a second. Just dab it so that I'm taking off some of the water, just to make some little marks. Maybe just a little bit more. That was a blob, not spots. I don't want my paper over there to go all wonky. Okay. So this is Flashcard. Like so. And this is brown paper bag. The tag in here, and 2 tag type journal cards, whatever, in the envelope in the front. All right, guys, I hope you have fun. I hope you join in, and if you're just starting, like you just found this challenge, that's fine. Just hop in anytime. You can make ones you like, don't make ones you don't like. You're just going to have less at the end, that's all. So, but it makes no difference to me. You can hop in and out. You can join now. You can catch up. You don't have to catch up. Whatever you want to do. All right? Just have fun with it. I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.